I just found this in my room. How long has this been here? It is so phenomenally dead. It reminds me of Amber Heard's bank account after the defamation case she just lost. Hey, how's it going, boys? Welcome back to Mogul Mail. Look, I didn't want to make this video because everyone's tired of hearing about the court case, and I covered it more than enough. But I had a few DMs that selfishly made me want to make this, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first, the facts. Amber Heard lost on 3 of 3 counts on defamation about her Washington Post article from 2018 and owes Johnny Depp $8.35 million. The jury not only found that she posted something false, she did it knowingly, and it hurt Johnny's career. I don't know how she's planning to pay that back. She earned $7 million in the divorce settlement, but she said she would donate that to a children's hospital. So that's tough. She earned $3 million from Aquaman. I don't know. Maybe you throw a few steak sponsors in there. Call it a day. Bing, bang, boom. But this isn't Dunk on Amber Heard Day. This is all related to this DM I got. Now, I got a few others that echoed the same idea, but I'll read this one out because I thought it was the most poignant. It said, hey, I'm a 28-year-old woman who just started watching, and I want you to let you know how disappointed I've been watching you and other creators make a spectacle out of the trial. Whether you believe Amber or not, the amount of ridicule and harassment she received is insane. I can't imagine what victims of abuse feel like watching someone's life get bulldozed by the media. Even if you did try to remain unbiased, you use this case for content. I can't express how disappointed I am. Now, I can't argue the last fact. I did use this case for content. Here are the stats. My most viewed streams ever by month since I joined YouTube was at 85K. That was my highest viewed stream ever before today, where I got 87K watching the trial. This is sad to look at for me. This is embarrassing because I have put work and effort and passion into projects like Mogul Money or the poker event or whatever else, and they were dwarfed by me being a vehicle in which people would consume a court case they would have watched anyway. I didn't add that much to it outside of being a journalism major who did study defamation law for like 6 months in 2015. So I don't know, take that for what you will. But that's the fact. I was a vehicle. I did not stream this and add viewers to it. I really feel like I streamed this and absorbed where people would have normally watched it. And maybe this is a little cocky, but I think of all the vehicles you could have watched it in, this car wasn't too bad. Because I feel like I did try to weed out the fucking weirdos who were so pro Johnny Depp they wouldn't even listen to the court case. Or just try to be at least a beacon of information on defamation and defamation court cases. I didn't cover every day of the trial because court cases are litigious and boring and I don't have that much value to add. But when I did, I tried to do it more normally. Not putting up a cry counter or just saying Amber Heard's a bitch and fake crying and such a bad actress. I mean, look, there were people online who would look at Amber Heard doing this and then say, oh, that's her doing cocaine 5 feet away from the judge on the witness stand. She's so addicted to cocaine. Those are crazy people. There were people posting fan cams of Johnny Depp and clinging on to his every word like he's the next coming of Jesus, even though that's moist critical. So, look, I maybe it was wrong of me to cover it at all, and selfishly, I did grow from this, you know, and maybe that is a bad thing. And I feel like at least I can lay out all the facts here. I personally believe that Johnny Depp was abused, for sure. I think he was the abused person in this relationship, and Amber Heard deserves to be shamed for being an abuser. And this is good for men who get abused. I've been in an abusive relationship before, and it fucking sucks. Feeling like, oh, you're the man, so you're supposed to be able to take more, and you can take more hits because it doesn't hurt that much because you're stronger, and not the reality, which is no one should be dealing with abuse. And this was the smoking gun for me.
But I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you tough?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Now, look, I honestly still thought Amber would have won or it would have been no contest because defamation's hard to prove, but Amber Heard's lawyers fucking sucked. So I don't think they did her any favors. And it was a quick march to defeat through the 6 weeks. But there are some other interesting facts that everyone should know about. Johnny Depp did sue a tabloid in the United Kingdom for calling him a wife beater. He was like, no, I'm not a wife beater. I'm going to sue you. And he lost. He literally lost his libel case in the UK because they found that he had, at least on a few occasions, threatened her life, and it was not, without a shadow of a doubt, able to be proven that he wasn't a wife beater. And I think a lot of people don't know that. But there's also other people who are using the court case in weird, out of context ways. Look at this Vice news tweet. Now, Vice, I feel like, has made cool shit in the past, maybe fake shit. But they tweeted this out after a jury heard a string of texts from Johnny Depp saying he wanted to burn Amber Heard and that he would fuck her burnt corpse to make sure she's dead. They decided Heard defamed Depp and acted with malice. That's not how it went. It's not like they heard those three things and all the jurors looked at each other like, fellas, she definitely did it. There was 6 weeks of litigation. It's also a weird pet peeve of mine. Nobody acted with malice. They didn't act maliciously. Actual malice is a ruling from 1964 where the Supreme Court found that when in regards to a public figure, defamation had to be done knowingly false or with reckless disregard for the truth. That's it. That's the actual malice clause. It's not you did it, but you were really mean this time and you meant to be really mean. After the trial, both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp posted respectively on their Twitter and Instagram. Amber kind of pissed me off because it said that this verdict is disappointing for what it means for other women. And I don't buy that. If a woman comes forward and says she's abused, I'm not all of a sudden going to be like, oh, but what happened with Johnny? I usually try to believe and then listen and understand and then form an opinion as more things come out. But I'm always on the side of like, okay, it's really hard to prove abuse. This person saying they were abused, let's hear them out. And the people who are going to ever do that and look at someone who says they're abused and be like, this is another Johnny Depp situation. We're never going to believe the women in the first place, right? It's like more, it's just backing up what they've already believed rather than changing what they believe, if that makes sense. And Johnny Depp said that this is big for men, which I agree with. I do think this is big for men who are abused. And it does feel good, selfishly, knowing Amber Heard said this, knowing the results as they are now.
See what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And yes. It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
I think most people did. And I think it was for good reason. But let me know. Let me know. I'll keep this video under 8 minutes so there's no mid-roll ads. Am I a giant piece of shit for covering the trial? Possibly, but I'm also a content creator who adds no value to the world in the first place, so no surprises there. Have a good day, everybody. See you later. Goodbye.